game easily. BTB, who's feeling the same? Everything that we speak is building a flame. It sparks from the beat, so remember the name. From the bars that we bring, who's killing the game easily. BTB, who's feeling the same?
All right, guys, welcome to another episode of the Bring the Bars podcast. And today I'm with a good friend of mine, a label mate, and my collaborator on a recent EP, Autamatik The Ruthless. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. How you been?
I'm doing great. We finished up all 8 tracks for our EP. That's what we're mostly going to talk about in this podcast here. I don't even remember whose idea was for our collaboration EP. Do you?
I think it was both of us. We were both just talking, and we were both like, we haven't done anything together. We've done singles, all that, but we've never done a project together. And then I was like, well, shit, let's do it.
I think we honestly could have put a whole EP together with just all our previous collaborations.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the collaboration EP, man, they're so much fun to do. And oh man, what a blast working with you on this thing. We've been working on it for what, 6-7 months now, it seems like.
Long time. Well, with COVID and everything coming into play, we both wound up catching COVID at points, and everything just got all combobulated.
Life, man, and sometimes we had our ups and downs through this EP for sure, just in the life sense of everything. Kind of want to break down every track. So track 1 we got on this album is going to be Assassins, and you sent me that track. One of the very first ones I think we ever even recorded as well.
That was the first one we recorded.
Yeah, like what, that hook, man, that hook just, I can't wait for people to hear it, bro.
I don't know, bro. I heard that beat and I was like, and it just came to me, and then the flow with the hook was just incredible. I was like, whoa, I don't even think I've ever heard myself like this on a track.
Yeah, you brought
it was just so
sure.
It was so high, and it was like I've been talking with Obi-Wan and Kofa. My thing this year was take time off from releasing music and work on my flow and my cadence, because it is true. Like my first album and my second, my collaboration album, I did the Mentally Unstable.
Yeah.
It was more of the old me. You know what I'm saying? Like I progressed by people's comments. Like I didn't take it as hate. I took it as drive. Like, yo, this is what they're telling me I need to work on. Instead of me getting upset about it, let me prove I can do that.
Yeah, and the one thing, like you say with flow, what's so great about collaboration EPs is that you try to like switch up your flow to match something I would send you, or I would do vice versa. You would send me to try to match that style.
Definitely came out incredible with that. Like, I was hearing flows from you I haven't heard. You know what I'm saying? You were hearing flows from me you haven't heard. So it was like, whoa, wait, what's all this going on?
Yeah, I heard that from you, especially on the one you did with Tiki Mane. Well, you did one with the RAP too. Both were dope. But in the Tiki Mane one, you stepped out and kind of did Tiki Mane's flow quite a few times throughout the EP.
Yeah, you got to adapt to the situation. Just like in life, you got to adapt. So if I see somebody flowing this way, okay, I'm going to try that to match it up so we don't sound off key, off beat.
Yeah, for sure. And we got a few features on this EP, not too many. I think we got 3. And so we got Stevie Stone.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and the next track I'm going to talk about is Stevie Stone, Close the Drapes. The most recent one we recorded, I sent that to you. What did you feel when I sent that track to you? Were you really like pumped up to do that one?
Bro, I was. Like when I heard that hook, I was like, okay, this is like it's got some crunk to it.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I know what I got to do here. And then listening to the hook, I'm like, okay, close the drapes. That's why you remember that one line where I say, blood on the drapes.
Yeah.
So because I took it as, and then the way we were coming at it, it was like, murder in the game.
Yeah, so it was.
There's blood on the drapes, close the drapes. No one can see what we're doing.
No one can see in. Yeah, exactly. That was the concept I took from it as well. That was a fun one. That was my last Stevie Stone feature. I didn't even remember I had it until we were trying to find like that final track. We had a couple we did that we kind of brushed away because we want this EP to be perfect. We got bonus tracks as well, but that was one that I was searching through my beats. I was like, oh, this will be fucking perfect for this, man.
Yeah, it was.
And then talking about your flow, man, how you improve or try to do different things on focus. We got to give a shout out to Endless Beats,
Yes.
Misfit, Endless Music. Like, killed that beat, bro.
That beat was, oh my God. I heard that beat the first time. I was right on it, bro. I was like, okay, this is going to be simple.
Well, I was trying to find other beats and I was kind of out on my hard drive. And I was like, oh, I know I've always wanted to work with Endless. So I hit him up and I want to give him a huge shout out because he hooked us up with that beat for an incredible deal. And shout out to Endless. You killed that beat. But focus, man,
That beat
your
was
flow,
crazy.
you came in like, I couldn't even explain. It sounded like old Tretch Naughty by Nature kind of flow. Like, props to you on that, man.
Well, no, listen, when I heard your verse and I heard your hook, I felt like you were talking to me. Like, you know,
gotta focus.
They see this coming out of you, but show it. So I was like, all right. And then you notice my verse, it starts off, I'm focused, telling you how I'm focused and what we about to do.
Yeah, that was a fun one because even that hook, like when I got the beat from him, that hook right away popped in my head. I had no idea of what a song title I wanted to be or what the concept. Then all I heard was in my head, "You gotta focus," because it was the last track for our EP too, and I'm like, "We gotta get this done. You gotta focus." So that's how yeah, that turned out super dope. And one of our other features, shout out to G Bones for On Your Jack. That's a beat you got from him, right?
All right, listen, this is how this happened. He put a post on Facebook. He's like, yo, I got this track. I don't know what to do with it. He's like, does anybody want it? So I guess because he's in UK, I was up early. I was the first to see it. And I was like, I listened to it. I said, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll do something with it, bro. And then I hit you up and I was like, yo, why don't we use this for the EP? Hop on this. Yeah. You know, G Bones already got a verse on it and he got the hook done. So let's make something out of this. And it came out incredible. I love it.
Yeah, that was a pure G Bones kind of track for sure. Like, bro, you can tell he made it first and we tried to match him.
Yeah, his verse was incredible. He had like this big pun flow going on there. And I was just like, whoa, all right, I got this.
Man, G Bones killed. What a fun guy to work with too. Like, you worked with him.
I've had him on every project except the EPs I've done.
Yeah.
Think about it. This is the first EP I've had him on. I didn't have him on Tiki Man's EP and I didn't have him on our EP's EP.
You had him on your debut album?
I had him on my debut album, Carnage We Create.
Yes, that's right. Yes, I remember.
Yeah. And then I had him on Rewind with me and Otis.
That was a dope track.
Yeah. Yes, I love that track. We did it backwards.
Yeah,
that's what I backwards, bro.
You're good at coming up with these like concepts, man. I got to give you props for that because for certain songs, like one of my favorites too was Punchline Mania. We did this isn't on this EP, but we did that a while back. You come up with these fun concepts.
Don't worry, part 2 is coming.
Even Animated, you did with Hector Biggs. It makes it.
I love that track. Yeah, well, you know, I try to do different things. I try to get versatile with everything, like try different concepts. So I thought, you know, the cartoon concepts, 90 cartoons, me and Biggs, both from the 90s, grew up on those cartoons. Why not?
Yeah, that was a fun one. And now we go to our first single we released. Everybody heard this one. The reception has been crazy. Go Time, another original one that started off the EP. I know we were debating on that or Assassins for the single. And we were like, what do we do? Both are dope. Both kind of kick off the EP, but Go Time, man, what a perfect.
Go Time was the best thing for a single, honestly.
Yeah, especially the first single to show people like, here we go.
Like it's go time, bro. Like we about to eat.
Yeah, that was a fun track for sure. Who produced the beat for Go Time? Do you remember?
Think it was 1519 Music Group.
Yeah, I know them. Yeah, you've used quite a few of their beats.
I use them. I use Autamatik. My first album was pretty much all insane production, so insane beats. I've used, you know, a couple of Legion, you know, mostly I stay in the lane with these last couple of projects I've done. Anno Domani, Legion, and 1519 Music Group, because a lot of their beats have just been resonating with me lately.
When you got like when you're listening to your beats or trying to figure out a song to make, you have already a song in your head and you try to find a beat to match your song, or does the beat bring a song out of you?
The beat brings the song on to me. Like I did that 3-track EP, Lost in the Music, right?
Yeah.
All 3 beats are by Anno Domani.
Okay.
All 3 tracks I did, I picked like 7 of his beats and just went through, and the 3 tracks I did I felt were the best, I put on that little EP, because I haven't dropped anything in a while, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna push something out there real quick.
Little fun 3-track EP.
Yeah, because it was like showing the new version of me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you definitely have a whole new version than when from your debut album to now. It's like almost night and day. You're staying true to yourself from your debut album, but definitely you're trying a lot of different things.
I'm trying to get, like, mentally unstable was more, about mental health, addiction awareness. So it was a little depressing. Not gonna lie,
but the funding went to a good cause. We all gave up our profits.
Yeah, man, and that's what it was all about. It was to show people that they're not alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not alone, bro. There's people with mental health. There's people with addiction problems. That doesn't make you a bad person. And you can fight this and you can beat it. But you just got to choose to. If you don't choose to, you're not going to.
Yeah. And it never ends either. Once you have it for life.
And you think about it. How many artists from BTB were on that featured album, bro?
And no one took a split. Everybody did it for
everybody did it for the cause.
Yeah.
And that's what it was about. I didn't care about making money off that.
Mm-hmm.
That was really just about the people that deal with what we deal with. And I wanted to show people they weren't alone. And everybody came so correct and spoke their true self. And that's what meant the most to me. Like, y'all getting personal for me, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, especially for a feature to get personal on somebody else's project. It's one thing to do it on the solo album, but to let it out for you for this project.
Yeah,
wasn't even for you, it's for the people. But like,
but it shows everybody, wow, there's a lot of people that go through the same thing.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of artists that go through the same thing. A lot of artists that go through these struggles that I'm dealing with every day.
I think that's what kind of turns us into artists in the long run, is what we go through, the pain.
It is. Yeah.
For sure. Getting back to Ruthless Kings, the EP, the next track on this was good old CMAC blessed us, the newest member of BTB Records. Oh, that's man, I'm so happy to have him on BTB Records. That's one of my
favorite tracks, bro. My kids love it. Like my little ones, they'd be like, knuckle up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was dope. And that was another one where I think you hit CMAC up and you were kind of going to use it as just like a single for yourself.
Yeah. And then I thought about it. And then I thought about it when you said he signed to BTB.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, this would be the perfect coming out for him with both of us on it. So let's do this.
It's pure BTB Records on that one track.
Yeah.
Welcome CMAC to the team, man. I know you watch the podcast, shout out to you, brother, because we're all so excited to have you a part of the team for sure.
Bro, you think of the team we have right now.
Oh my God.
You got Otis.
Yeah.
Otis is on a whole nother level with his music right now, bro. I'm loving what he's doing.
Yeah.
I'm loving.
Did you hear his one with CMAC recently?
Yes. I'm loving the versatility he's bringing, bro.
Yeah.
With the singing and rapping. Like, I've been hearing the Pillow Talk.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And then, Kofa, bro. Kofa's just... bro, he's disgusting in a good way.
Yeah, I know.
You get what I'm saying?
Like Kofa's 16s, man. Holy fuck.
Bro, everything he does, he's unbelievable. J. Cole is still one of my favorite tracks I've heard from an artist in general. We're talking mainstream. We're talking everywhere.
I Love Myself would be one of my favorites.
Myself is a more personal record.
Yeah.
And I think he did so great not only on that, but the visuals in the video bring it all to life.
Yeah, we got a killer team, man. Otis, Kofa, Ross, CMAC,
Ross,
you,
and
me.
I heard what Ross is doing. You know, I talk to him once in a while, and I know he's been working on his thing.
Yeah.
And you know, in his situation where he had the situation with Mike and everything,
Yeah.
but he still was killing it with those videos with his little episodes he has, bro.
Yeah, he
and you
killed
know,
it.
He's a great artist. Everybody on this label is a great artist in their own way,
and also unique styles to like
to
from each
mesh
other,
with each other.
Yeah,
but they mesh well together.
Yeah,
we all mesh well together. Like your last EP, Surprise, unbelievable.
Thanks.
Favorite song off that album was Outsider.
Seems like it was
Hands
a lot
down.
of people's.
Unbelievable track. I love what you did with the Bruce Buffer sample. It was unbelievable.
Well, you helped me on that EP as well. Me and you talk a lot about life. Music. We keep in touch daily. We always in the morning we'll say good morning, ask how everything's going.
Yeah, man.
You helped me on Catch Me If You Can when I was trying to couldn't nail the hook, and then I talked with you about it, and that became a lot of people's favorite as well.
Yeah.
So props to you for helping me out with that, man.
Man, we all help each other out. That's what it's meant to do. You know, when I'm hung up, I ask for help. You know, I've asked Obi, I've asked you, I've asked Kofa. How many times I had Otis pretty much featured on that whole Mental Unstable album?
Yeah.
Because he was coming to me with these verses on these tracks, and I was like, I'm gonna use that, bro. This is amazing. I'm gonna use that. He's like, yeah, but I don't want to take from everybody else. I'm like, you're not, though. I said, you gotta understand, bro, like what you've been through in your life and what you're showing, I want on there.
Yeah.
And that was it. But I've noticed the one thing about this EP that is totally different to me, and it takes nothing from anything else I've done, trust me, but it's just the fact that we were both so hyped on it. Bro, every track is a hype track. There's not one track that's like, we don't have no love track.
Yeah.
We're just eating the mic. The whole album. The whole EP.
And that's what we talked about when we started it off. We're like, let's do an EP that represents Bring the Bars. Let's just bring it as hard as we can.
That's why we decided Ruthless Kings, because this is going to be a ruthless EP.
I'll always remember this EP just for the fact that, this is we were talking earlier, a lot of time went into this EP, 6, 7 months, maybe even longer.
Only 8 tracks.
Yeah, and it's only
we took 8. Our time on it.
And we went through in life outside of it, like you said, getting hit with COVID. We've had family stuff, just everything. But we always came back to that EP to breathe life back into us and show we still got this. We're gonna take this,
Yeah. And it took a while, but we wanted it released in 2023. We both didn't really want to do much in 2022.
No.
That was our plan, to take a year off and collect ourselves, not only from music, but from what was going on in life.
Yeah, exactly.
All I
did for 2022 was pretty much surprise, and no one even knew I was dropping that. Only you. I told you about it, and then the BTB Records crew knew about it, but that was it. And I was like, I'm not gonna do any advertising. I'm not gonna do shit with this. Just on my birthday, I'm gonna drop it.
It was perfect. It was a perfect release the way it went.
Yeah,
and it dropped right on your birthday, bro.
Yeah.
Literally, it dropped on your birthday. Sometimes, with distro, it takes some time, but that...
Yeah.
Boom.
Right on. Yeah, it was. That was a lot of fun, man. And now the next track's track 7 on this EP. We had 2 kind of similar concepts, and then we took one off. Don't worry, it'll be on the bonus track, on the bonus EP. But Draculas, when you sent me that and the whole concept of it, people biting your neck, stabbing you in the back, man, that was perfect.
It's just, that's a metaphorical track. I think it's the most metaphorical track we have on the EP.
I agree. Yeah.
It was, the hook came to me, and I was like, yo, what can I do metaphorically about Dracula? And I was just like, tired of these bloodsuckers, just a bunch of Draculas. When they least expect it, they try to take a bite.
Yeah, that was dope, because we had, I'll say it now, it'll be on the bonus, but we had Two-Faced, which was the
which
track
was
I came
also
up with.
amazing.
Yeah, I loved it too. Loved the hook on it. And then when you sent Dracula, I was like looking at the EP. I was like, kind of similar concepts, and just your hook on Dracula. And I love Two Face, like, and I was like, should I remove it? And then I was like, I gotta go with Dracula's Man, because like you said, the most metaphorical track that we have
Yeah,
on
it's
this EP.
definitely metaphorical, and we talk about what's real, and some people might not like what's real, but it's got to be talked about.
Yeah, and we don't mention names on it, but we both are talking about specific people in our verses for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was a great one. And finally end the EP, I sent you the final level. I had this idea in my head, like, because our EP is so bar heavy, and like to get through it, it's like, okay, you finally beat the game. Like you have to get to the final level. Can you beat the final boss? Because like it's a lot of information to take in, this whole EP from us. And what do you think of that one? I sent that your way with that beat too. It was like, wow.
I loved it. I loved how we both went on the game tip. Like you had the line about Bowser, and I heard that, and Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah.
And then I had the Devil May Cry line, and it all folded in together because we are talking about the final level, beating a boss. Right away, I came with games. I was like, video games. That's what it reminds me of right here. We're on the final level of the video game. The credits are about to roll, and we beat the game.
Yeah, that was another like metaphorical one, because you beat the EP, you beat the game.
Yeah,
and we both use video game character. Like you even talk about Mario collecting stars, Devil May Cry, all that. And I went through like old school Bowser, Mr. Robotnik, like King Dedede from Kirby. I don't even know how I thought of that, but
it happens, bro. Like that stuff just comes to you when a song gets put together. Like you wouldn't think the things that come to your head.
No, you don't. And then I heard that beat, and the way that beat is orchestrated, and like it's a hard hitting, dramatic beat. And I was like, this is perfect.
One thing I could say, every beat on this album was just like a hard hitting, hardcore rap beat. Yeah. There was no there was no lo-fi, really nothing like that.
No, not at all. Shout out to the producers on this whole EP. We had Anno Domini, Endless Misfit
Music Group.
Yeah.
Wishmaster Music Group. Also the Draculas.
What was that?
Draculas. That was a 1590 music group beat.
Yeah, that was dope.
And with that one, the one part I love in that beat, you can hear the blood trickling. It was pretty cool. Like the blood was dripping. You hear that. I was like, okay, I like that.
It was a perfect for that title of song. And like,
when
you sent it to me too, you're like, at first you're like, I got a track called Dracula's, I'm gonna send your way. And I'm like, I wonder where he's going with it, with Dracula. Like, I didn't know if you wanted to do like a horror vibe song. Like, I didn't know what you're doing. And then you told me about, once I heard your verse, I was like, I know exactly what this is about. Straight up. So yeah, that's pretty much our 8 tracks for the EP. We got 2 bonus tracks. We talked about Two-Faced, which is kind of similar to Dracula's, but more blunt, I think. Like Dracula's is more metaphorical. Two-Faced is more fuck you keyboard warriors. Yeah. And then the other one, we're not sure on the second bonus track yet, but it might be a track called Way of Life, but we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do with that, see how the recording goes.
I love the hook. I love the hook, and I love your verse. It's just the recording of it. Even on my part, I might have to redo because
that was it. Yeah,
I feel like it was a little off, and I don't know if it's because the beat's loud or what, but I feel like we're coming in lower than we're supposed to.
Yeah, something was weird on it on my end too, and so I have to re-record it because like I love the idea of it. We both heard each other's verse, like it's good. It's just for this EP too, we're not gonna release something just to release something to put on. Like we made sure we're putting work in every fucking track to make sure it hits.
Yeah, even the cover. I went in on that cover. I was like, what can I do but not make it look, unique?
Yeah.
That's why I did what I did with it when I sent it to you. I was like, I think this would work out. It's a little more unique than just
Well, you got like colors. An automatic vibe to your covers. Like you always have the popping colors and all that shit. Yeah,
you got to. You want people to see it and be like, oh.
Yeah, you remind me of when you do all your cover arts and stuff. It's very graffiti heavy. That
Yeah,
style
well,
of
it's
art.
that '90s hip hop
Yeah,
era.
yeah,
It's what
for
it's all
sure.
about.
So we went through the EP, the bonus. I want to talk about you a little bit now, minus the EP, is that you have a whole new strategy of releasing this year. So give everybody what your plans are this year for your release strategy.
All right, I'm doing a 24 track double album, but I'm doing it differently than most people do it. I'm going to release 2 singles a month, every month for 12 months. At the end of the month, I'll put the whole album out, the double disc album, but I'll put it in the order it needs to be in.
Yeah.
But the singles will come out not in the order it's going to be on the album.
Yeah, because you were telling me the other day about certain months too, how you want certain singles to match the month.
Yes. So Valentine's Day is coming. So February, I have 2 more songs coming out. This month was my first single already dropped, which is called Living My Dreams.
Yeah.
Which is on all major platforms right now. And that one was more of like just a bar scenario type of track. Like I went in on the metaphors on that track.
Yeah.
And then the one I'm going to release after this is actually with a new member of the BringTheBars group, Joe the Poet.
Yeah.
And it's called Poetic Masterminds. This is a very different track for me to do. Joe's verse was unbelievable. Like, unbelievable. I love the flow. I love the bars. I love the hook I brought to it. And it was just a good track. And then in February, my first track I'm going to release is called Battle On. It's another bars track. And then I also, on February 14th, since Valentine's Day, I'm going to release a song called Tell Me It's True, which was a song to my wife. Just, relationships have problems. And, just letting her know I know my mistakes and my faults and that I'm changing who I am. And I just want to know it's true that you still in love me.
Well, yeah, Tell Me It's True as well was almost your first single. You almost dropped that. First was the plan. What made you switch that up? Just because you wanted Valentine's Day to play a part?
Yeah, I wanted it to be a special day for her to hear that, and for the release to come out to show her how much it means to me and how much she means to me.
Yeah,
that's about it.
For sure.
March, there's going to be a couple of tracks. For the 20 month, I'm doing 2 smoking tracks. That's why I chose that month to do those. I was going to split them up, but then I thought, it's National Marijuana Month, so might as well put out a track for the stoners. Why not?
Every month here in Canada is National Stoners Month, man. That's for damn sure.
But this whole album's definitely going to be different from my last albums. It's going to be a lot of versatile. I do have an addiction track that was made by another beat maker in the BringTheBars group named Genesis. It's called Temptations. It's another drug addiction track, but a little different the way I did it. Definitely different the way I did it, because with the new style I'm working with and flows and the way my hooks have been getting, because you remember in our first couple of podcasts, I've told you I'm not good at hooks.
Yeah, you are great at hooks, dude.
I am great at hooks all of a sudden. I don't get it. Like, it's just, I honestly think after signing with BTB, it brought something out of me that I didn't have in there a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I just didn't notice it was there and that I was capable of doing it. Like, I was afraid to come out of my comfort box. And like I said, Obi-Wan, you, Kofa, a bunch of people made me come out of that comfort box. And I appreciate all y'all for that, because without that, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now with the music.
Well, man, you put a lot of hard work into it as well. Like, you're one of the hardest working artists I know for sure. Always pumping out material, even if you don't use it. I bet you have a lot of unused stuff that you don't even...
I have 87 tracks from 2022. 87. And I just haven't released any, and I'm not going to. I'm going to release the 24 I pick.
Yeah.
And then I'm also working on I showed it to JP and you so far. That's it. I was thinking of doing something gospel, like gospel rap. So I was trying something different. You know, I believe in God. I've been finding myself more in tune with God lately, you know, reading into the Bible, actually listening to the words and feeling what I haven't felt in my life before. It's a sense of security that I didn't have before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, with everything I've been through, it should have been sooner, but it wasn't. And, you know, I made my mistakes in life, but now I'm on the right track, and I'm also trying to live by the word of God, because honestly, without him, none of this is possible. And that's what I've come to realize, that this is a gift. The music that we speak is a gift from God. It really is. It's a gift from God. And why not take that gift and praise him a little more than I'm praising myself or anybody else?
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, it's like a gift. Even when people, like, I know who are an artist, like a lot of my friends, not a lot of them rap, and they'd like even ask me, like, how do you come up with this? How do you do it? And I'm like, I don't know. It just comes to me. Like you said, it's a gift. Like I don't know how. It just a lot of hard work, of course, and improving yourself.
Yeah, but it's
working on your craft, but it just comes. Like it just.
But nothing's easy, and that's what God tells you. Nothing's easy. You got to work at it to make it your own, right? So that's what we do. We take that gift and we got to work at it to make it our own. Some people are meant for this, some people are not. That's the truth. And it's not that they're not good, it's that they don't have the drive.
Yeah.
Or like I tell my kids with school, you know, you don't apply yourself enough.
Yeah.
Like you're not stupid, but you're not applying yourself because you're choosing not to.
Yeah, exactly.
If you apply yourself, people like Kronos only been rapping a couple of years.
Yeah.
I've seen the difference in his flow in the last couple of years. That's because he's taking his craft, he's perfecting it. He's taking his gift and he's working on it and making it his own.
Yeah, it's crazy with when I started the BTB group, how a lot of the artists, some of them were just starting off, like you said, Kronos. Other people didn't even have
Scotty
quality.
G.
Like, and people didn't have studio. It was recorded on cell phones. And, you know, when you post out on YouTube stuff, no one will really listen once they hear the quality of it.
I don't
but I did.
Yeah, of course you did, because that's the type of person you are. You were trying to bring people together.
Yeah.
That wanted to do this, but really wanted to do this, not spam the chat, not somebody post something then you spam your track on their post. No, that's not how this works. You can post your track and you'll get comments, you'll get likes.
Yeah. You'll get
but
feedback.
You don't have to post your track under somebody else's.
No.
And I noticed in our group that doesn't happen often. And if it does, they're gone.
Yeah.
They get like 2 chances and they're gone.
Yeah, unless a person asks for it, like post links underneath, I want to check some stuff out. Then
that's different. But when you post a brand new track and somebody just doesn't say anything, post
a link,
that's horrible. Like you don't.
That drives me nuts. Somebody. It's like they're going for these like fake views. I'd rather have 100 real views with people who gave me feedback than like 10,000 of these bot stupid views where you don't even hear anything. Like I even love criticism, which is shout out to JP, one of my originals of BTB. Me and him are close. I talk to him quite often, and I love him because he'll tell you as it is why he does the reactions on the update. Because if he doesn't like it, he'll tell you. He's not scared to, and we got to learn to accept it as well. And
exactly, like I told you, JP has given me reactions, you know, and personally reactions, not even on YouTube.
Yeah.
He just tells me, yo, man, you know, keep on working at it. You're doing great, but I think this could be fixed this way. Try this way. Same thing with Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan also helped me with life. He said, listen, you need to take a break from music. You need to get 2 jobs, get your own place for your family, then worry about the music.
Yeah.
So me and Karina worked hard on that. We got that done. So now she's like, it's time for you to get back to the music.
Yeah,
get
you
back
took a
to what
break for quite a while, and now you went back full force. Like you needed that
yeah.
mental break. We all need
Well,
it. Like you have to
well,
have
you
it.
know, my wife mostly sat there and told me, I'm behind you 100%.
Mm,
She said, I don't want you to think I'm not. She's like, I just want you to prioritize
yeah,
what's important at that moment. And she wasn't wrong. What was important is in the situation we were in, we had to get out of that situation.
yeah,
So we made sure we're out of that situation. As soon as we were out of that situation, she goes to me, it's time for you to get back to the music. I said, well, what? She's like, it's time.
mm,
And she's my biggest supporter.
yeah,
That's the God honest truth. She's my biggest critic. She'll
mhm,
tell me straight out,
yeah,
I'll be like,
yep,
all right, all right. So I'll work on it and then I'll try to perfect it,
yeah,
you know. And same thing with Obi-Wan. Like I said, he told me, I do not want to see you posting anything until you have your life in order. And he
yeah,
wasn't wrong. He
yeah,
was not wrong. And I didn't take it bad. And he said to me, he's like, listen, if I mess with you and I hit you up personally to tell you something, it's because I care about you, bro. And he's like, it's because I see something in you, but
yeah,
you're not doing it to your full potential. And he hyped me up, bro. He hyped me up. I was like, yeah, I can do this. I can do this. He
yeah,
he he had me very goal orientated this year. Kofa too. You know, me and Kofa talk daily, pretty much.
mm,
We talk when he's on his way to work. That's my brother, just like you. I love him. I love
yeah,
you. You guys are family. You know what I'm
and we
saying?
are.
Like I talk to y'all the most. Tiki Man's like family. You know, I talk
Mm,
to Tiki a lot. RAP, you know, he's been
yeah,
going through his stuff with his music. He's got his review show, so we don't talk as often, but I still consider him like family because we've had personal conversations.
and you guys
You know,
personally work together on a whole.
yeah, you know, and I love everybody in the group. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I have no problems with anybody. I think everybody is talented as hell in here.
Mm,
And I think a lot of people I want to see a lot more from people. I'm not going to say not because I'm
yeah,
not seeing a lot of drops and I just don't understand it, even in the last couple of years.
yeah,
You know, like I know Scotty G has perfected 100%.
yeah,
I've been talking to him. I've been hearing his new stuff, and it's definitely better than what it was back then.
yeah.
And
He
I think
switched
he
up his
has
whole vibe, really.
yes,
Yeah.
he has, and it's going really good for him. I think I even told him I said I'm really impressed. Um, Ross has always been a beast since I met him.
Poetic, man. So
Yeah,
poetic. Fuck.
he's got that. I don't know if it's the Rastafarian in him
Yeah.
or what, but he's got like that poetic.
Oh, big
Uh,
time.
yeah, bro.
Like
It's
his
just
song, you guys
it's
got to check it out if you haven't. First Spring Rain, his first
yes,
single from BTB Records. Beautiful track. Just it's the only word I
yeah,
can use
man.
to describe it. Beautiful.
And you know, you get to see with the group we have, we got people like I said
Mm.
from other countries, right?
Yeah.
Like you get to see what they go through, what
Yeah.
their struggles are, and then you think about it, you're like, damn, my struggles ain't that bad,
Yeah.
bro.
Well, man,
Like
I'm
where
seeing the
he going?
time here. It's going to count down and cut us off because we can only do 40 minutes before Zoom cuts us off. So we got to let everybody go, man. I can't wait for people to hear Ruthless Kings.
I'm
Holy shit.
waiting.
And shout out to all BTB, everyone involved with the EP.
Yeah,
Man.
man. We
Mad props
appreciate
to everybody,
everybody.
man.
Yeah, man. Props to the whole group.
Yeah,
Honestly, the whole group
straight
been
up.
doing their thing for years. This group has been going strong. It hasn't been canceled, and that's what matters. And people really do show the love and respect to each other, and
Yeah.
share each other's stuff, put each other on playlists, and that's what it's all about.